Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. I'm Patience from Bridges TV. Today we have the honor of welcoming our Honorable Mr. Aina Segun Aina, the founder/CEO of Bridges Foundation. Mr. Segun, thank you for joining us in today's session.
Thank you very much, Patience. It's my pleasure being here.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome. So, Mr. Segun, can you tell us more about yourself?
Yeah, as rightly said, my name is Aina Segun Aina. I am General Manager Corporate Services and Training of Fellow Concept Group. I'm a career advisor, and I'm a member of Junior Chamber International.
Wow, that's a great one.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm married with 3 kids.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. Thank you very much, Mr. Segun. So let's jump right into the question. So as the chairman of the board of trustees and the chief executive officer of Bridges Foundation, can you share the founding thoughts behind Bridges and your vision for the organization? What inspired you? What specific need or gap in the community inspired you to establish Bridges Foundation, and how is the foundation addressing it?
Okay. Bridges Foundation is an idea that was conceived out of passion to create positive change.
Okay.
I am a member of Junior Chamber International, like I said. This is exactly 20 years.
Wow.
Of my activities with the Junior Chamber International.
Wow.
And I joined exactly 2004. I joined in University of Ilorin, and I also joined the city, we call it the city local organization, that's the working class organization in 2008. It's there also in Abuja. And I've been through the ranks of Junior Chamber International, individual development, community development, international opportunities, business opportunities of Junior Chamber International. And I've understood the organization as one that shapes people to in turn shape their community. So in my 20 years in Junior Chamber International, one of the key takeaways for me is to contribute to the society, and that's the objective of the organization.
Wow.
I feel the need to impact my society, give back to my society, and also carry on what the Junior Chamber International has taught me in the last 20 years. Because the concept of the organization is that once you're 40, you're no longer an active member of the organization.
Wow.
You take that teaching, that learning, the skills, and the passion into the community to make your community better. And I think the time is right now, because I happen to be the chairman of my estate.
Wow.
And in January this year, we witnessed a very ugly incident that made the rounds in the news. I deliberately didn't take any news interview at that time. I'm sure you heard about the Sagwari layout kidnapping incident.
Yeah, sure.
I'm the chairman of that estate.
Wow.
And I witnessed firsthand, right on my street, the kidnapping incident of 10 innocent people. And these are security challenges that affect our community, that impedes growth. And I hear the government of today talk about building a $1 trillion economy. It is laudable and commendable. The challenges that this dream would likely face is security. And as a person who believes in the development and progress of my society, I think that it is important that every individual, irrespective of inclination, irrespective of affiliation, contribute their own quota to the growth of their society. The next thing on our minds is necessarily not to run away when the challenges come. A lot of people relocated from my estate. Some even traveled as a result of that incident. Japa,
I get that. Yeah.
But what comes to my mind is that, excuse me, it's time to now talk about peace and security of our nation. If we must grow, and of the world entirely, because we don't know which country is going down next.
Exactly.
A lot of people thought Nigeria is the security challenges and they moved to Ukraine. Ukraine happened to be down before Nigeria.
Exactly.
And we don't pray that any country goes down again.
Amen.
So what we need to do is to contribute our quota to ensuring that the world around us is peaceful. From the local level, with local efforts, we can inspire a world that we want to see. And those are some of the things that inspire me. I've seen things happen around me. I've been making community impact through JCI in the last 20 years.
Wow.
I remember when I first joined in 2004. 2005, I was put as the secretary of a community development committee.
Wow.
To see to the needs of less privileged in the Lawrence Society. I was a student in the University of Ilorin. And I recall an incident when I met an essay to the governor Saraki then. And what he told me, I submitted a letter to him that from the school, from JCI University of Ilorin, we want to do a community project. And he looked at me, he was a very huge person, so tiny, and he looked at me and said, do you know my portfolio? I said, essay on security. So I said, yes, so I don't have anything to do with what you are trying to do for motherless babies home and all that. And I felt intimidated by his size and his voice and all that. But just within a split of seconds, I looked at him and I said, well, sir, if these people are not well taken care of, they can become security problems, and then you have them to deal with much later. And they looked at me and smiled, and I said, okay, I should come inside them and have the decision. So these and many more I have done. I've been president in the school chapters, I've been president in the working class chapter, I've served on JCI National Board in Nigeria, I've served with JCI Africa and Middle East, I've served JCI in the international level, and this is my takeaway, to also plant a seed that in the words of JCI founder Henry Geisinger in 1914, he said that we hope that from within the walls and souls of this organization, that a message will come in the sometime of tomorrow that will lead to the establishment of a permanent and everlasting world. And I will borrow from that and use my ability the best way I can to volunteer to lend into that vision of creating a permanent and everlasting world peace from just little actions at the local level that can spread to the world.
Wow, this is really very interesting, Mr. Segun. Thank you for your good thoughts and everything. So let's move to the second question. So Mr. Segun, talking about Bridges Foundation, what is your vision and your mission of the foundation?
Okay, so the majority of what we'll be talking about are some of the things that captured in there.
Yeah, sure.
The vision is simple. It's to inspire local efforts for peace, development, and prosperity. That's the vision of the organization. And the mission is to foster economic development, community development, global peace, through local efforts, building bridges for sustainable future.
Wow, bridges. Bridges, that's the word. Wow, that's great. So, how does Bridges Foundation collaborate with other organizations and all stakeholders?
Yeah, for us to be able to achieve a far-reaching impact, we want to leverage on collaboration. Okay. Because people feel a sense of ownership and an idea that they are part of. So collaboration with the community is key. Collaboration with stakeholders, is very important. Collaboration with other organizations. All of us wants to grow. All of us wants to develop. All of us wants to. We have various aspirations, dreams, and all that. Companies too have their long-term goals and all that. But all of this can be achieved if the society goes down. So, for us to achieve all that we want to achieve, it is important that we contribute towards the growth, peace, and prosperity of our community. That's upon which all our prosperity and dreams will be built. So I want to reiterate that we collaborate with as many organizations. In fact, it's part of our KPI to ensure that we strengthen our collaboration as much as possible on every single endeavor within the organization.
Okay, that's great, Mr. Segun. And what are the benefits you've seen from this partnership?
Yeah, the benefit, like I said, is to inspire inclusion and to ensure that everybody is a part of it. For instance, any intervention that you do that the people are not part of, that the beneficiaries don't feel ownership, is likely not to be sustained. So for any intervention to be sustainable, it includes a feasibility into what these people require and what is best for that site, and what are the pressing needs, and then what are the solutions to it. So that's the approach.
Wow. Okay, that's brilliant. That's when Bridges is actually going somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So okay, Mr. Segun, my next question: how does Bridges Foundation ensure that it has a significant local impact?
Yeah. So we have eyes for the global scale. We have all dreams. We are an organization that is globally integrated, but our actions are targeted, and these actions are driven to the very grassroots and the heart of where it will make significant impact in the lives of people who really need this intervention. We are not an organization that yes, we want to be visible, but our impact are grounded at the local level, where we can reach out to the heart of where these needs are most desperately needed. Okay,
that's great. That's beautiful. So, okay, talking about volunteerism, in our society these days, volunteerism has become a very impactful and useful way of, bringing people into a system. So, I would want to know the key components of how Bridges Foundation engage their volunteers, because I believe you have volunteers. So how do you engage them? How do you want to impact in their lives?
Yeah, well, volunteerism is key for any growing society.
Yeah, sure.
So we want to, as much as possible, engage a lot of people on the stream.
Okay.
And whatever intervention we're doing is more meaningful to beneficiaries if you tell them that you have a complement of a large audience behind you and taking it. It's easy for me to just go to a community and say I'm donating, but if they have this sense of partnership with the larger society, that the larger society cares about you, the larger society wants to identify with you, there is that sense of resilience and togetherness that we feel, because we are in a country that is polarized against, along political, religious, social and ideological lines.
Exactly.
We want to bridge that gap. We want to ensure that people come together, put hands together, and say, okay, we are all behind this particular intervention, solving this challenge. I work, so we're all volunteers. And like I said, I'm general manager, corporate services fellow concept.
Wow.
And this is a challenging work environment for me. And I have a whole lot on my desk. So putting this together is, as a volunteer, alongside hundreds of other volunteers out there, makes, says volume about what we're doing. So everybody, any recipient of that particular intervention understands that this is coming from the sacrifice of time, resources, and abundance of so many other people coming together to say, we take out of our pain, out of our sweat, to identify, because we know we need more, and this helps us to build a successful society.
Wow.
The idea, all that you can bring out from the little, and the want of time that you still, we all still feel we are busy, we don't have time, but if you can bring out that little time and contribute to your society, then the future you want for your children, the dreams you want for your business can foster, can blossom in a peaceful environment.
Yeah, that's true. So, Mr. Segun, I would really love to know the recent program and project of Bridges Foundation.
Oh yes, we have some flagship programs and projects that we are conceptualized.
Wow.
It was well thought out. We sat down, the board of trustees, the volunteers, the operational teams. We conceived some ideas, and at the launch of Bridges Foundation, one of our early projects is the food bank.
Okay.
So when we analyzed the needs of the society, we did some surveys, and we looked around us and all that. One of the leading causes of crime is hunger and desperation.
Yeah.
This hunger leads to desperation. People are lost as to what the economy holds for them.
Yes.
People are lost as to what tomorrow holds for them. Can I feed my family tomorrow? Can I find something to eat tomorrow? They know the consequences of crime.
Yeah.
And they are afraid of the consequences of crime. But because the hungry man is an angry man. And he's desperate.
Exactly.
So he damns the consequences and goes into crime. And again, we also don't talk about hunger and these challenges as regards to the citizens alone. Part of the citizens, the security workers are also part of citizens. We always forget that.
Yeah.
And that's why we have also paid special attention in that direction. As we're looking at local communities, we're also looking at the very junior cadre security agencies, workers in the security agencies who are also in need of welfare, because that's the little that the citizens can do to motivate them to do more. If they do more, they can reduce the propensity for crime in the society.
Okay, when it comes to security, it's very broad. So do you have like a specific when it comes to security, like maybe the police officers, the army officers, or maybe just the local securities in all these local securities companies? So I would really want to know.
So the idea is not restricted, really.
Okay.
What we're trying to do is that to understand that these people are part of the society as well, and they have significant influence in tackling crime and creating peace in the society. So if they are statutorily saddled with the responsibility of tackling crime, it means they need motivation.
Yes.
And if they are awake while asleep, it means I should appreciate their effort and sacrifice. So a lot of these people are in the junior ranks. A lot of interventions to the security agencies and all what have you are mostly seen, at the very top level or mid to top level and all that.
Yes.
So the class of people we want to pick from that catchment are the very junior guys who typically you and I would interface with out there, who are also out there in the cold chasing crime and all that. If we complain that there are a lot of connivance, if we complain that there is aggression against citizens and all that, we also need to look at what we can do to improve the welfare of these people and to tell them thank you. So it's drawing from that segment of the public, looking at traditional institutions as well. The people they administer are also poor people who needs our help. So if we look at the cities alone, if we look at the average Nigerian alone, we probably will be under the illusion that everybody is doing well. So we want to be able to look deep into what the challenges of these people are. And so if we identify that hunger is a source of anger and desperation, can also lead to crime, let us create a food bank. And this food bank is so we call it Bridges Food Bank. We embark on outreach once in a while. And these outreaches are targeted at different segments, sometimes to local communities, sometimes we also look at, like I said, the very junior police officers, army officers that we can appreciate with the little the society can bring together to say, okay, that's why I talked about collaboration. When it comes from the heart and the soul of the people that you look out for, it's more appreciated. It gives you more motivation and resilience to protect and serve that community much more. In this part of the world, we don't have that habit so much of saying thank you to forces and all that. So we want to ensure that we connect the society and the services segment as well. It's not to say the government is not doing enough.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Yeah.
It's not to say the police is not doing enough. Of course not. But motivation
Just the form, yeah, of
is the key word here,
appreciation.
and appreciation. Thank you.
Okay, that's a good one, Mr. Shego. Another noticeable project of the bridges is the Heroes Honor. So can you tell us its purpose?
Okay, so unlike the food bank that is a public, targeted to the general public,
Okay.
only identifying different segments of the public, like security agencies, traditional institutions,
Yeah.
Local communities and all that. The Heroes Honor is simply what we call a Thank You Soldier project.
Wow.
In this instance, the soldier is anybody that's in the armed forces or in the security agency. So it's not just necessarily the soldier in the army. So the Thank You Soldier is such that we want to appreciate our, like I said before, our service men.
Okay.
So these people are out there working tirelessly to ensure peace reigns
and security
while you and I are asleep. So the least the society can do is to say thank you.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we record incidences of aggression between the society and the armed forces, like we have cases of the Banex incidents over there and a couple of things, don't be surprised that at what goes on in the mind of the average Nigerian soldier fighting out there, who thinks that the people he's fighting for don't appreciate him.
Exactly.
That is a huge gap.
It is.
Some people really do. So we need to now create that bridge to show that yes, there are people who really do, and to encourage others to do, because it's not easy fighting in the cold. They're taking up arms to protect the site. So what can we do to ensure they do this with all their heart? Is to create the Heroes Honor, and this is like a citizens award of appreciation to exceptional servicemen. And if we do this, we want it to be an envy.
Because it will be one of its kind.
Yes, I'm a soldier, and I'm happy that the citizens understand the weight of what I do.
Exactly.
And I can brag with my other soldiers that this is a citizens award. It's different from when it's given to you as a rank where you work as an army or a soldier or something. As an armed forces man or something like that. This is coming from people, ordinary citizens. None of us is in the armed forces. The ones that are volunteers. So this is like trying to mobilize the citizens to say, see, let's put the differences aside, put the imperfections aside, put the challenges aside. Can we identify exceptional men that are genuinely on this cause to ensuring that our country is safe and peaceful? Let us motivate them. Let us motivate others also, even if we think that they're not doing enough. The best way to get somebody to do more is to build a relationship with that person, and then you'll be able to tell the person, look, these are the things I observe, and these things you can do better. And when they do it better, let's do appreciate them. And that's the concept of the Heroes Honor.
Wow, this is beautiful. This is beautiful, Mr. Shego. Okay, so let's move further. Let's talk about the One Family campaign. The One Family campaign is aimed to build national unity in Nigeria. So how does this program work?
So it's to continue to remind us. It's a message of resilience. It's a message of oneness. To continue to remind us that we're first of all a family. And then so the tendency for division is not exclusive. It's not because we are Nigerians that are that have different tribes or different tongues, different religions, and all that. It's the fact that if you don't promote unity, if you promote division, if you divide people, within them again, there's still going to be fight and the need for further division. If he remains only the man, he's still going to fight himself. So the emphasis should not be on the things that divide us. Let us promote unity, and let's constantly remind ourselves that we're one family. And if we do that, we will not allow crime to destroy our family. We will not allow challenges to destroy our family. We will not allow politics to destroy our family. We will not allow religion to destroy our family. We will not. So all those things are there. They're good things. Religion is good. Tribe is good. Politics is good. But they shouldn't be source of division. I should want to identify with the other side because I want to learn new things. I want to of gain new things, and we come together, and that helps us to build a more resilient family. And that's what we mean by the One Family campaign.
Wow. So the family should also be a reminder that we must stand united.
United, exactly.
Yeah. That's right. That's beautiful. So let's get to the next question. Access to education is a crucial factor in a community development. So how does Bridges address this?
Okay, so this also one of our flagship projects. I think so we
education.
Yes, education is key.
It is
to growth.
It is
and development.
Yes.
So when we talk about peace and development, education comes into the context. And education is not limited to Western education
at all.
It's about skills.
Yeah.
It's about promoting information, access to information and all that. So we do various interventions at various local levels.
Okay.
We do skills development, empowerment. People need access to skills. People need access to empowerment. So if they have something to look up to, if they have hope of getting empowerment, getting out of poverty and the challenges that they are in, they will not be moved into violent tendencies that can endanger their lives. Well, our intervention are based on needs. So we look at the kind of skills that these people want.
All right, great.
I mean, so by the time we put people together, those who have passion for this or who wants to do this, those who want to do that. Is it soap making you want to do? Is it coding you want to learn? So you'll be surprised the kind of skills that can come out from Vara, for instance, in Bauchi State. I served there, I've been there, I've conducted skills development in Bauchi State. I've done GSM engineering trainings for them before. I've done it all.
Mr. Segun is versatile
about the kind of talents that can come from those places. If you pick somebody from Ojutani as a village, if you pick somebody from Ijebu, for instance, so if you look around this country, you would see that people have talent, people have skills. They need to just sharpen it up, and that's what we mean by access to education. Not necessarily, some of these people go to school, for instance. So if you ask them why are you not in school, it may be because the family's attention. And to give the whole day and all that, they will run away. So what about skills? Just a few hours in a day, 5 days in a 5 days in a week, or 2 weeks, 1 month maximum. They know that they can gain these skills. Along the line, they sharpen these skills up and they become better people and globally integrated as well.
Wow. That's beautiful, Mr. Segun. Okay, so let's move to tourism. Tourism is another area of interest. So how does Bridges incorporate tourism into its activities?
So these are ancillary things that we promote. The food bank, the Bridges Food Bank, the Heroes Honor, the One Family campaign, and access to education are statutory and flagship programs of the Bridges Foundation. The tourism and other things are ancillary programs that once in a while we try to let societies understand that if the society is peaceful, tourism can blossom. And income can blossom for that society. So we just try to encourage people to look out for their environment, because there is part of the Bridges Foundation that talks about environmental sustainability, green energy and all that. So the more attractive your society is, the more welcoming you are to interest, external inflow into your society, and society can grow. And that's what we're talking about.
Wow, this is great, Mr. Segun. Okay, Mr. Segun, can you tell us about the Bridges digital channel? So in all of the programs of Bridges Foundation, we want to be able to take the word out there. So what we're trying to do is to create a digital platform that serves as our advocacy vehicle. And that's basically what Bridges digital channel. So that's
we use YouTube, Instagram to push our message through advocacy, and that's what digital
that's a good one. That's a good one. Mr. Segun, so what is the geographical spread of Bridges Foundation? Is it limited to only Nigeria?
The message of peace is a global message.
Yes, of course.
What we just want to ensure is that people take action where they are.
Okay.
We're not limited by how much we can cover. If you do just the little in front of you, if you as much as contribute and are conscious of your environment, like what I tell people in my story is that look, you need to be conscious of your environment.
Okay.
So at that small scale, it can develop that global consciousness. So it's first of all a character, the consciousness that my environment needs my attention.
Yeah.
It's a consciousness that can take you from that local level to issues that has to be, that has to come at a global scale.
Okay.
And the spread for bridges is such that we engage volunteers across the country.
Wow.
We have field officers in all states of the country. We have state coordinators, regional coordinators, and then we have volunteers at the headquarters in Abuja.
So that means Bridges is actually going places.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Mr. Segun, what's your founding strategy for Bridges Foundation?
Yeah, well, all I said, it's very important and useful at this point.
Yeah.
I think the part I've not mentioned is that this has been in the oven for quite a long time. I remember in 2015 when I was president of Junior Chamber International last year.
Okay.
And I had a meeting with